Welcome back to my channel, Just Righteous Water Flows. Yes, y'all. Please give the video a like and subscribe. Check this out. How to learn the true benefits of love and why it's worth waiting for. Hear this. And if you're trying to heal, I think this video is the perfect video for you. So first, we're going to talk about finding love, the value of love. Why it's important to go for love in your relationships. This could help with any type of relationship, honestly, but we're going to talk about the real relationship with you and a significant other, right? Hear this. The first thing you must do is understand the love that you have for yourself. That's number one. Once you recognize that you are important in every way, shape, or form, mentally, spiritually, financially, authentically, this is how you're going to be able to eventually attract somebody who also sees your value and that will respect your value. You see, what happens is a lot of people get into relationships without understanding the time and the effort it takes to love somebody or to respect the foundation of a person's character, of their goals, and of their desires, and and their needs, the things that they need. So naturally, the more time you spend with somebody, the more you're going to eventually see the different values in a person and what they really need and what they want. It's just going to come naturally. 1 year, 2 years, hear this, 3 years. Some people spend even 5 years with a person, and sometimes, we get into different things and you might fall out, right? But you're never really going to understand how much love you have for a person until you give them the time. Like you hear me say all the time, time is the essence of love. So when a person falls out of love, or when they make mistakes and they might cheat, people break up, you got to realize that these type of things will show you how much love was in that relationship on both sides. One person probably loved the other person more, which is natural, but you gotta understand that if a person will fall out with one other person, you gotta understand the one who loved the person a little bit more will be the one that will heal the most, because you gotta realize that not everybody is in it for the long run. Some people are still learning about faithfulness, forgiveness, and about love in general. This is why when I see relationships where a person might get cheated on and stuff like that, people think that, oh yeah, that this person is, done with the other person and it's okay, because we live in a time period where, infidelity is normal, is natural. But the truth is, infidelity really comes from the enemy, because if y'all get married, right, what happens is now it's called adultery, right? There's somebody who got with the other person, significant other, but the truth is, it destroyed the love in that relationship. And not only that, the person who was receiving the love, it destroyed their love. Hear what I'm about to tell you. The person who got cheated on, they're actually in a really good place, because now they begin to understand where they can place their love. See, when somebody does anything against you, the way that you heal is to never change your love. Never change your love. The minute that you change your love, because of what somebody did to you is the minute that that person beats you. I don't know who needs to hear this, but the minute that you change your love because of the way that somebody overlooked your value, overlooked you, how much you love yourself and you respect yourself, you got to realize that this person, they're going to soon regret it, because for the simple fact, there's not enough love out here in the world. And it's something that they've never learned. It's just the laws of life. It's like, for example, when you go to the doctor's office and a doctor keeps healing you, the doctor keeps giving you, or healing different people in general. You think that people are going to forget that this doctor treating them well, this doctor's healing people, this doctor got the cure to certain people's issues and sicknesses. The doctor knows the remedy. Do you think people are going to forget that? No. And do you think that these people that were healed, don't you think that they would return the favor to that doctor? Oh, yes, they will, because we living in that time. We live in a time where what you reap is what you sow. What you sow is what you reap. So if a person is giving you love, hear this, and the other person is not reciprocating that, or the person goes against it, you got to realize that that person has not learned the value of love. That's the only thing. Like, you can't attach yourself to somebody and expect them to understand the value of faithfulness, the value of loyalty, the value of steadfast love, of forgiveness. Like, imagine you with somebody who is loving you during the sickness, during the storm, during the good times, during the bad times, right? They're doing their best to be there for you, even forgiving you for when you maybe make mistakes on them or do them wrong. Hit this. But the other person, they're living in their, might be cheating, they might be doing that person wrong. And every time this person gets upset, this person feels like they have to do something to hurt the person. Understand that the person that's hurting the other person has not never learned about love. They just don't know what love is. They just use the word. They know what the word is, but they don't know what love is. So when you grow up and you advance and you learn, I'm talking about legit, like going to this class, like going to school. Like, some people got to take a class on love, because some people don't even believe in love until they start to realize that love is an action. And so I say, oh wow, there's been love around me my whole life. There's people that actually have love, And the hardest thing to do is to recognize that when you let go of that love, when you let go of somebody that you love, you got to realize that if that person didn't love you the same way you love them, you got to know that that's a fact. That it's not that you don't love the person, you just didn't love the person as much as you think you do. The truth is, you loved yourself for knowing what love is. Here it is. You loved yourself for being more educated on what love is. Because God is love, right? Some people who are, no, not some, actually, I'm going to keep it real with you. People who are closer to God have way more love than people who are living in a delusion. People who are still gaining the comprehension of what love really is. This is why when a person who loves so hard moves on to the next relationship, okay, trust me, they're going to heal. Take Papoose and Remy Ma, for example, right? Okay, yeah, Papoose got hurt. Everybody seen he was hurt for a minute. But you got to really look at their relationship. Like, the one that really is talking about it the most, and that's coming to realization, is Remy Ma. We know this. Because she was the one that was triggering the infidelity, right? And it's unfortunate, but It is what it is. This is just life. No, nothing is gonna be able to teach you better about love than life experience. And I think it brings grief in the situation because we don't always want to experience people learning. But I think that if you can accept what you've done wrong with people, I think that this is how you learn. This is how you really learn about love. Some people aren't ready for love. So these are the examples. Another thing that you can learn about love after you learn how to love yourself, after you learn, the difference between your love for somebody that actually loves you versus somebody who is learning how to love in general, learning about love. You gotta know, love is for mature people. If you're not a mature person, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Number two, if you're not a mature person, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You're gonna have problems in your relationships. Because maturity is learning and comprehending love. Knowing what that means. If somebody's loving you, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. You got to let that person know, hey, look, let's take it slow. That's why you got to pay attention to artists like John Legend. This is why people like John Legend is so great. People are like, oh my God, John Legend. Yeah, John Legend is amazing because he will listen to his music. He'll teach you about love. You want to learn about love? Listen to John Legend. You want to learn about love? Listen to these older artists, blues artists and stuff like that. These are people who spoke from their heart. That's why their music is timeless. This is stuff that the world has evolved away from love over time. Because, the Bible even talks about it. People be lovers of themselves. God is telling us, God is warning you how people are. So when you find love today, just know you're blessed, and the way to find love today is to find a mature person, mentally and spiritually. Most importantly, don't let nobody make you believe that they know what love is because they're saying they love you, or because they're sexualizing you, or because they're lusting over you. Because lust is a real thing. That's real. If you fornicate with somebody, just know you're just lusting. You don't love that person. Y'all just been sleeping with each other. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just been sleeping with each other, and very soon, you're gonna realize, hey, if you had to stop lusting, if you had to stop the fornication, you'll see how much you really want to be with that person. You'll see how much that person really is willing to be with you. If y'all just had to stop. It is. This will teach you a lot about if you love a person or not, right? Hearing and understanding the fact that love is more than just what we use the word for, right? You got people that say, "Oh, I love you, I love you." They throw that word around, but you see, it's a gaslighting tool nowadays more than it is a tool of honor and respect. Like, nobody really respects the definition of love. So the hard thing for a lot of people to do is to accept when somebody displays to them that they don't love them. Maturity, here it is. It takes maturity to overcome the fact that somebody doesn't love you. You could try to show somebody love. If they reject your love, they just rejected your love. A way that you show love is simple. You show up, you be there for somebody. You call them, you check on them. You ask them, hey, how are you doing? This is love. You buy them a gift that they need, that they will value. You let them know, you show them. You try to get close to them. You communicate with them. This is maturity. I'm telling you. This is how you're going to heal. Who loves you? Oh, yeah, they're calling you. Who loves you? Oh, yeah, they're there for you. And if they're leading with lust, I'm sorry to say, that person might not love you. You ain't never going to find love if you lead in your relationships with lust. you're going to have to go abstinent. You're going to have to go celibate. You're going to have to turn away from your wicked ways. I'm sorry. I don't know who this video is for, who needs to hear this, but you're going to have to turn away. Because love comes with wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Like, because think about it. The Bible says God is love. And the beginning of wisdom is the fear of God. So understand, for you to find genuine love in another person, first of all, you have to fear God first. Because your love is going to come from God. God is going to have to teach you about love. God's going to have to teach you and grow your maturity. There's no way you're going to be able to overcome if you're not aware of the love for yourself that God put when he made you. He put into this world you. He created you into existence because God loved you before you was even born, before you was even made in your mother's womb. God loved you. Here it is. Get your relationship with God. Get to know who God is. Read the Bible. Understand right from wrong first. If you don't know right from wrong, if you don't know righteous from wickedness, then it's going to be hard for you to have any discernment for who actually loves you, who's actually for you. And this is why God has to do certain things with certain people. God will let you go down that path. He'll let you go date a whole bunch of people. He'll let you lust over people and think that you're in control of your love. No. All you are in control of is what you pay attention to, what you focus on. If you're focused on the traits of a person that is not heavy on what love is, then you're not gonna know if that person would love you or not, because you're not paying attention to what that person is showing you with their actions. And you're not going to be able to understand that person's actions because you have not understood your own actions yet. You're not understanding the love within yourself first. Love. Sometimes it takes for you to get your heart broken. Sometimes it takes for you to see the difference. And that's okay. Like, never let no bad relationship make you feel like, oh, like you're not worthy of love. Nobody has love. All women are like this. All men are like that. No, I'm sorry. But this video is not for you if you believe all people are the same. And no. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you see relationships every day that last, and they do last a lifetime. Hear this. And they are very successful, big families, but you know why that is? That is because these people have real love. Because they're mature. They accept love. Like, you can't think that you're going to find love, but you don't even respect the definition. You're not even faithful. If your love don't last, guess what? It's because of the energy that you was putting out in the world. Like I said with the doctor. It's like a doctor. If a doctor's not healing nobody coming back to that doctor if that doctor is not really doing a good job. He's doing surgery, he's doing this and that, but he's failing. You think the people going to be coming back to this doctor? No. You think people are going to want to help that doctor? No. Hear what I'm telling you, guys. We are all here to be a service to people. But if you live in your mindset, right? In your mindset, if you live in your life and you think that God doesn't love you, but he's giving you life every day, and there's people out here dying every day, every second, then that means that you're living in illusion. Because you got to realize something. The first thing you must do is appreciate the love that God has for you. And that's the third thing about finding love in your life. Listen, hear this. If a person is taking their life to show you that they care about you during the good times, during the bad times, hear this. This person is willing to love you. I don't care how much lust y'all have over each other. That's just from the world. Even fornication, like, if you put it into that sense, right? Fornication is of the world. The only way when you make love to somebody is when you're going to realize the difference between making love and fornication. Fornication is just of the world. But when you make love to somebody in a covenant, oh, you don't understand how much room you are making for yourself to really experience life. Because think about it, you could lust and all this, and you feel like, okay, you with this person, you with that person, you got variety, you did this, you did that. But majority of people that I see living that life, I feel like they be the most unhappiest people in the world. They be the most stressed out, depressed. They need help. They don't know why people have love. They don't know where their love is at. They're heartbroken. Somebody broke their heart. So now they feel like they have to break everybody else's heart. No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that, y'all. Listen, you're going to find, hear this. You're going to find the one for you when you allow God into your heart, when you mature up and you understand the difference between making love and lust, between fornication and having a covenant with somebody that God created for you. How to know God created somebody for you is to recognize your time period, your inner compass, recognize where you're at in your life. Are you ready? That's why you hear people say, yeah, I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I'm ready to be with just one person. We hear this all the time. You know, and I feel bad. I'm keep it real with you. My black people, they have a hard time with that these days, because I feel like there's a whole agenda against black people finding, love and for each other. It's like the world creates these narratives for black people to go against each other because of finances, because of a lot of different things, because of the way the family is brought up, like a lot of jealousy, a lot of comparison, and comparison is a thief of joy. You know what I mean? It's just things that the scriptures talk about that we really need to take into consideration, because in these time periods, it's no time, to be comparing situations to other people's situations, because everybody is not mature enough, to even receive certain love that they're looking for. Trust me, some people want love, but they're not ready to give it. Some people want a committed relationship, but they're not really nice like that. How can you want somebody to be nice to you, but you have not learned how to be nice to somebody else? Or how can you believe that there's somebody for you, but you're not ready to be somebody for somebody else? It's like, are you really ready? Are you really ready? If that person is not perfect, are you really ready to forgive that person for not being perfect? But if that person loves you, you got to know. You got to know that person loves you. And that's not just only being faithful. Because yes, that's important. Of course, we want people to be faithful. Of course, you have to be loyal and things like that. But sometimes you got to overlook just the faithfulness. Like sometimes you got to look and see if that person will be there. And not just the faithfulness. I'm not saying that, you accept somebody who's not faithful. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is a person will be faithful regardless. If a person loves you, they're going to be faithful to you. They're going to be loyal to you. Trust. You're going to know. Because they're going to be mature. They're not going to... When I say mature, I'm not talking about their finances. Hear this. Because you get people confused. They think because a person got a whole lot of money, they got their own crib, their car, their house, and all that they're mature enough to love. No, maturity comes from experience with love. How many relationships have they been in? How many times have they tried to be committed to somebody? Do they talk about being committed to somebody? Are they talking about marriage? Are they talking about love? Are they talking about trust? Do they know anything about the topic? People want to find love, but I never see people date other people who know about love. You ain't never gonna find love if you can't have a conversation about it. What's love? What's love to you? Don't let nobody confuse you, because maybe they've had a hard time comprehending what love is, because they've never put no time in their whole entire life that they spend focusing on the next person that they're gonna fornicate with, the next person that they're gonna lust over. The next person that they're going to love bomb, and they're going to keep telling them, oh yeah, I love you, I love you, I love you. Pay attention to them signs of the time. When a person they say they love you in times where it's like, okay, this is not the time to be trying to love bomb. You know what I mean? This is not the time to be saying I love you. This is not the situation to say I love you. That's why when people say, oh, I love you, I don't really, like, that doesn't move me. You know, that just tells me that you can't be trusted. How you love me? How you love me if you're not showing me? And if a person says that they love you and they meet you on front and they say that they love you, give them a chance. Let them show you. Let them prove to you. That don't mean you take advantage of them. Because you got some people that they could love you really fast. You could have a conversation with somebody. And it could be everything that you want to hear. That person could comprehend you. That person could seem like they could be the one for you and everything. And that might even be the case. But we live in a world where people feel like they have so many options that they never take their chances of saying, you know what? Let me have that person prove to me that they love me. Let me not just take advantage of that person. Let me actually trust this person's maturity in love, because I don't really know what this person's been through. Hear that? Trust me. This is going to heal. If you got this far in the video, yeah, you might be there in your life. You might have met somebody. That don't mean you give your whole heart. That don't mean that you give your body neither. Let a person show you they love you with their actions. They don't have to sleep with you. You don't have to sleep with them. I'm telling you, that's not love. If you feel like you have to fornicate, if you feel like you have to lust over somebody, I'm going to tell you right now, you don't love them and they don't love you neither. Y'all just want to just sleep with each other. Y'all want to give each other a delusion. The Bible calls it a delusion. You want to give each other a delusional mindset over each other. Don't be delusional over the fornication. Don't let that devil get you over that, man. You know, you sit here, you walk around, you distracted. Of course, you can't focus because you thought you was in love with somebody who was just there for the moment. Maybe they gave you that experience because they wanted something out of you. They needed something out of you. They wanted to feel good for the moment. Hear this. But a person that really loves you will wait. Because a person that really loves you is mature. They're mature in the way that they see you. They really value you. A person that value you is not going to just sleep with you right away. They're going to get to know you. Hear this. I can tell you now, I've been there. I've done that. You know, this is why you're going to see most mature men, it's not going to just get with you right away. They're not going to sit there, try to get close to you. But if you're the type of woman or the type of man that's all up on a person when you first meet them, and you all up on them and you want to get with them and you trying to get close to them and you getting all sexual and y'all just met, you got to realize those are red flags. Those are red flags. If a person's looking for love, they're not going to be up on you like that. This is how you heal. If you listen to anything and everything that I've said in this video, this is how you heal your relationship with God. So God can teach you about love. He can give you the signs of the times that you go through different things in your relationship. Understanding what love is to you. Loving yourself. First, you have to fear God. For then you have to love yourself enough. Love yourself enough to understand what God is showing you on your individual journey. After you do that, then you have to understand by trying out love. You have to try. You have to go out there and date people. You have to go out there. You might even fall into some fornication. Okay. Repent. Live a life of repentance. Get back into it. A person breaks your heart because you love too hard and you thought this person was the one. It happens. We all go through it. You'd be surprised how many people go through that. A lot of us, yes. I think probably 85 to 95% of people go through that in this lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Move forward. You know what I'm saying? After that, it is. Now you're going to understand the maturity. The difference between people's maturity and love. Understand, and hear this, that once you gain the maturity in love, then you'll be able to understand the different maturity in other people. Because you're not going to be just sleeping with nobody right away. You're not just going to be fornicating for no reason. When I see people sleeping with just anybody, honestly, I just be looking like, yeah, I know this person is hurt. Because at the end of the day, you don't, first of all, there's so many different issues that come with just sleeping with anybody. A lot of people, some people be married. So if you're with somebody and then you don't know they're married, now you just committed adultery, or that person, both you guys committed adultery, right? In a way. So you got to realize it's just like you're going against God now. Now it takes you back to the beginning when it comes down to how God is blessing you. You know what I mean? You don't want God to take away his blessings, distract your mind, give you a delusion because you want to fornicate with somebody. Now God is blocking you from reaching a person that could actually really love you. Because you're over here trying to get somebody else's love. You don't know what somebody else is going through. Some people could be going through different things in their relationships, or they could be married. They could have made promises to people, and now you with somebody that made promises to all these other people, who's hurt people. I'm saying spiritually, internally. And then you wonder why you hurt. You wonder why you're depressed, because what you reap is what you sow. You know what I mean? What you sow is what you reap. So we got to realize what you put out there, it's coming back to you. The way to heal from that is to turn away and be patient. Be patient for what God has for you. Be patient for the love that God is trying to reveal to you about yourself. How strong are you? How mature are you? You know what I'm trying to say? So hopefully it's resonate with the right person. Hopefully I'm getting to the right person, because if you got this far,